Good morning and welcome to another week in the Reach Life. Happy Monday. We're back in it again. Last week was a little bit of another off week because, yay, I've been sick ish for almost 2 weeks at this point. My voice obviously hasn't gone back to normal. I don't even remember what normal sounds like. Let me not lie to you. But I can hear a return. So, healing is on my doorstep. I trust and believe that. Today is a busy day. I woke up 10 minutes before 8, which was super exciting. And naturally, I didn't even have an alarm set. And I stayed up late last night. Let me tell you all what I was doing last night. I decided to watch Heated Rivalry yesterday. And I became so obsessed that after I finished it, I ran it back just immediately from episode 1. And so last night I got back up to episode 4 in my rewatch. I went to bed at 1 a.m. rewatching that thing after also watching a bunch of TikToks of the stars. I don't know. There's just something about that show that just gives me so much joy. It's just so cutie and adorable. And I love me a nice little enemies to lovers where the enemies weren't even that hard of enemies, because I do honestly have an issue with enemies to lovers because you aren't about to call me out my name for X amount of time and be so rude and mean to me and then we fall in love. Mm-mm. No, it couldn't be me. But this enemies to lovers, it makes a lot of sense. They're on rival hockey teams, and low key, they weren't even heavily beefing like that. Not even a spoiler, but that's my opinion. Anyway, that was my day and night yesterday. But then also, my very, very sweet friend came over and brought me literally two different soups because she knows I've been sick for such a long time. And it was so nice catching up with her for a bit and eating the yummy soup that she got for me. So really grateful for the community that I have here in New York and in Brooklyn. And yeah, today I am up so early because I'm going over to my friends to have a little SVU marathon. We do this every once in a while. And before that, I wanted to put in the cabinetry that I got from Amazon yesterday and also squeeze in another episode of Heated Rivalry. I'm almost done with my rewatch. And I promise, I'm not going to do a third one.
This is liar told you that.
All right, let's get into unboxing this thing. I've been holding on to this for a few days because sometimes I'm just be tired. I've been so tired this week, and let me tell you, I had the cleaning bug yesterday. Not only because I knew my friend was coming over with the soup, but also because my apartment was a mess and I was getting really, really tired of seeing it. So I cleaned and cleared it a lot. I contemplated taking out the camera and taking some video, but I want to be really intentional with the way that I use my Sundays. And although it technically wasn't fully Sabbath because I did do a lot of cleaning and clearing, I didn't want to do more than that. I didn't want to put in too much effort on the day just to really emphasize the rest. Ooh, something's moving and shaking in here. Let's see. I have every confidence that this is a one-woman job. Why wouldn't it be? All right. Gotta come apart to come together. Okay. Front. Okay, before I actually completely open this up, let me clear the cabinet. Ooh, I'm about to fall. Quickly running out of time because I am low-key on a schedule. And if I want to fit in a nice breakfast and an episode, I really need to hustle. So I cleaned the cabinet. Let me show you. It hasn't been this clean since I moved in. Like, woo. Scrubbed this whole thing. Really proud of myself. So now let's get into these directions. This is scaring me a little bit because I'm really not trying to screw anything. And let me tell you, if I have to, this is gonna be a project for another day. I know I have stuff all over the place, but like, span the drawer. Slide out the drawer, insert the screws into the holes in the sliding tracks. Wait, what? Oh, okay. There are multiple installation methods. Okay. Woo! I was like, no thank you! Okay, so I'm gonna peel off the protective film from one side of the heightening nano, shift and stick to the 3 sliding tracks. Remove the protective film from the back of the heightening nano and place in the drawer predetermined position. Okay. I think I've got it. I think I have understood the assignment. Ooh. Did I bite off more than I can chew? I don't know. It says this is the front. Peel off the protective film and stick to the 3 sliding tracks. These are the sliding tracks. Just centering myself. Oh. So good about this. Oh my goodness. Am I like a construction worker? is the finished result. There is a little bit of space over here that I wish I was able to like maneuver, but once you plop these bad boys down, they're kind of totally stuck. And yeah, truthfully, I wasn't able to fit as much stuff in here as I was before, but everything is a lot more accessible. And what I couldn't fit up there, I put down here. Like these were too tall to be up there because of the added height of this. But yeah, it is still a bit messy, especially back here. I kind of want to get some more solutions for these smaller jars and like even these like snack thingies, like containers to contain the containers. But I love it. Ugh. This is adulting at its finest, that I'm like so excited about this kitchen organization system that I just put together. I wanted to show you all my latest breakfast fixation. I just finished making it, literally record time. So it is a piece of sourdough bread cut in half just to fit in the toaster, 2 eggs over easy. Underneath there is some cottage cheese, spicy chili crisp, some hot honey, couple strips of bacon, which I don't always have, but I'm having it today because I really need to be full for longer, and a kiwi all sliced up. This has been getting me right in the mornings and really been starting my day off on a high note. So grateful to have found a yummy thing that I can eat that I can eat literally every single day, and that's on meal repetition.
I mean it, because I will be texting you all the time.
Promise.
You will wish you never met me.
Impossible.
I just woke up from a nap because my SVU watching plans were actually canceled. So I took a nap a couple hours after I finished eating breakfast. You know, had to digest and finish watching Heated Rivalry. And I got a little itch. I got a little itch that I'm about to scratch. I forgot to take you all along with me a couple weeks ago on a Friday. It was my grandmother's funeral, so I really wasn't in the mood to vlog, but I did actually end up going to get my ear pierced. I got a piercing that I've been wanting for a while now, for like over 6 months. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just right over here, my little conch. But the itch has returned, and I have these little thingy things from Amazon that I'm gonna use to pierce my forts. I just marked them. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I put little holes. And it made me notice that like my ears aren't symmetrical. Either my ears or my piercings aren't symmetrical, because the piercing up here is a little higher up the ear as opposed to over here. But like, it's whatever. They are sisters, not twins. Just like my eyebrows. But yeah, let's get this piercing going. Okay. I bought this set many moons ago. It was like a set of I think six. It's either six or eight from Amazon. I gave I think two to my cousin and I used two myself. I used one over here and I've already changed the earring on here because I pierced it such a long time ago. And then I used another one over here actually, and did that so poorly that it didn't heal well. It was so painful for like such a long time that I took it out and it closed. You can hardly even see it, and it's literally right above this. And so it came in a bunch of different sizes, and these were the biggest ones because I didn't actually want to use the big ones, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and I will change these out in well, like 3 months when they heal. I don't know how long it takes them to heal. But here it is. They're mayo sealed, but I did it. It was scary. This one was a lot scarier because I was worried about hitting this piercing, which is literally like 2 weeks old. So it still kind of hurts, but it doesn't actually hurt that much because the conch is one of the easiest piercings to heal because of the placement that it doesn't rub on things that often and it doesn't like hit things so often. So it actually doesn't hurt that much unless I like really, really touch it. But yay! I did it! Ah, your girl is a pierced baddie. Come on now. Let's count how many piercings I have. So I have my 3 up my lobe. So now 4, 5, 6, 7 over here in this ear. Now 3 up the lobe here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. 14 piercings in all. And I can't lie to you, I'm not done. I'm done for now, but I am not done. I'm about to do my makeup at the speed of light because I have to get out of here at like around 4:30 and it is already 4:18. I am going to be filming a little heated rivalry rant for TikTok. So this is my C-flip. Look at that. Look at all. Literally so cool. But yeah, I'm not gonna put it in the vlog, but go ahead and follow me on TikTok at badgalreach. Nope, that is my Instagram. Feel free to follow me there. TikTok is Risha Young. That's my bad. The rushiest of rushes. I didn't even like really check the camera before I turned it on because of course, remember when I said I needed to leave by 4:30? What time is it? What time is it? What time? It is 4:55. I need to be at my appointment at 5:30. I literally just got in the car. But it should be fine. It should be chill. I'm going to drive over to a train station and then take the train there. Hopefully it won't take me more than like 40 minutes, even though I'm gonna be late. I'm gonna do my best, but wish me luck. was fun getting my umpteenth tattoo. They had a little bit of a flash sale, which I didn't realize was like always going on, but hey, not mad at it. Now I am rushing to dinner. I'm going to dinner and a comedy show with my friend Josette. Super excited to be doing this on a random Monday, but hey, it's a holiday. We're adults. We out here. And hey, I'm feeling better. I believe it and I receive it. In Jesus' name, amen. I made it! Amen. Uh-huh. Whatever you want. I feel like you're the pro.
Comedy pro.
Okay. 360. Good afternoon and a happy Tuesday. I am, of course, as per usual, in a big ol' rush. I am getting ready for my high school reunion type situation. I went to high school in Charleston, South Carolina, graduated 15 years ago. But for some reason, they randomly have events in New York. So I am getting ready to go to a South Carolina high school event in New York City. Rushing. I literally have 10 minutes. And remember how yesterday I also was in a rush and then did not actually rush the way I was supposed to rush? Today, I really got to rush the way that I need to rush because I cannot afford to play myself again. Let's be honest. I figure I would come on here and chat with you all since I haven't vlogged at all today because it's literally just been a boring work day where I was really and truly doing my best to lock in and not think about heated rivalry. Anyway, I graduated from high school in Charleston, South Carolina, 15 years ago in 2011. I was one of a class of 94 people in total in the whole high school. And it was interesting. I went to a private school. I feel like I don't gotta say too much more on that. Private school in the South. I was, of course, on scholarship. And because it was a private school, it did go from kindergarten to senior year. I joined the school in 6th grade with my twin sister. For those of you who don't know, which is probably like most of you, I have a twin sister. And yeah, I am an army brat, so I moved around a lot, which means I was never in a place long enough to create super strong bonds and actually get to know people for longer than a few months. So my sister was really and truly my best friend for all the reasons. And so after my parents got divorced and my mom settled us in South Carolina, it was really, really difficult being in one place for such a long time. I lived in Charleston for 10 years from the ages of 8 to 18, left and came up to New York to go to NYU. And going to a school where people have known each other since kindergarten, coming from a army brat background where you don't even remember where you went to kindergarten, was really difficult. It was really isolating, and my sister and I hated it. We were so upset. We used to write each other notes in our locker literally every day, being like, we hate it here, blah blah blah, like get us out of here. Even though, like, where else would we go? We'd probably come across the same issue anywhere, because Charleston is such a small town. Even if you don't go to the same school as someone, you still could very well know them, because we did also know like all the people from the other private schools, and like the people even in the public schools or the charter schools and the magnet schools, you know. Again, class of 94 people, so clearly not that many people in every grade at across the different schools. But yeah, it grew on us for sure, and I graduated. So there's that. And I'm not mad at doing like these alumni events. Like I said in my first vlog, I am really trying to diversify the way that I spend time and the places that I go and the things that I do this year. So when I was invited to this alumni event, I jumped on it, even though it's on a flippin' Tuesday. Can we talk about that? It's on a Tuesday. Been working all day. I'm so tired. But still excited to go, excited to see some people that hopefully I know, because let me tell you something. After 15 years, and like honestly, truthfully, I talked to one person from high school consistently. My girl Kayla, you saw her in the vlog. So she's the only person from high school that I actually talked to. So I remember once I was like looking at Facebook, and you know how Facebook be bombarding you with like memories from decades ago, and I'm like, who is that? Who is that in a picture with me from high school? You know what I'm saying? Or from even middle school, which like obviously the same people would be in high school at my private school. So I'm really hoping that I recognize the people that I should recognize when I get there later tonight. I haven't visited my high school in a while. Like, going to school in New York made me feel like a low-level celebrity, low-key, when I would go back to visit, which I didn't often because I didn't have any family there. When I graduated high school, my family moved up to Rhode Island so that they could live with my grandmother to help with my younger cousin and be closer to me, because I obviously came up here to New York to go to NYU. And so it's not like I had really any reason to go down to South Carolina other than to like see friends, which like, again, I don't really talk to anybody from high school. There's no beef. There's no tea. It wasn't like a bad experience, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, the trauma, I don't talk to anyone because of that. Like, no, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, people fall off. To be fair, they don't really, from what I'm seeing on like Facebook and stuff like that, you know, the dreaded Facebook, it doesn't seem like they really fell off with each other, but I fell off from them. And I can't explain why. It might very well stem from the whole like new girl joined in 6th grade. So, like, who even is she still after all these years? But, like, I don't know. I don't know why I don't talk to anyone from high school. I used to. Like in college, I visited some of my friends from high school at their colleges, which was super fun and super cool. But after a while, with like time and space, like, I don't know. It just like stopped being a thing that I did. And let's also be fair, no one visited me. So you give what you get, and I wasn't getting nothing, so I started giving nothing. And I think that's completely fair. There is still so much love. Like, I'm one of those people where if you don't like actively hurt me, I still have all the love in the world for you. I would do anything for you if you asked me. If you came up to me, person who I haven't seen in a decade, and was just like, hey, we used to know each other. And I need help. I'll be like, yeah, sure. What do you need? You know, obviously within reason. But yeah, that's all to say. Like, I still love those people down from afar because I don't know those people anymore, but I still am following some people on Instagram. I'm seeing them all get married. I'm seeing them all have children, and I am so incredibly happy for them. I'm seeing them live such incredible lives. Oh, I didn't even do eyeshadow. You guys are just watching me. You didn't even tell me I didn't do eyeshadow. Rude. And I'm happy for them, as I'm sure they're happy for me in the very, very little that I share, because I can't be bothered to post on Instagram or Facebook. So I hope I get to see some of the people that I've been seeing on the socials. I hope I get to see people from my class, because I don't even know who lives here. I ran into literally my high school best friend on the streets of New York. He was getting off the train heading home, and I was about to walk into the train station to head home. So like he basically lived in the same area that I worked at, which is super cool. And we had like a nice little catch up. Can I tell you guys, I don't know how to do bronzer. I feel like I looked insane yesterday, and I feel like I'm setting myself up to look insane today, which is really unfortunate because I really want to not look insane ever, but like especially not today. I'm about to see people from high school, but I'm doing my best. Please, 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 if you have any tips on how to like use bronzer, like I got this powder bronzer to like reinforce the other bronzer. I feel like I have to do more over here because I did so much on the other side. Anyway, I feel like I'm going on tangents and tangents and tangents, but like, yeah. So that's to say, I have seen people from my high school randomly, like when I was a hostess at various restaurants. I saw some people. I saw someone from my elementary school, which was also in Charleston. It wasn't the same private school. I went to a different private school for elementary school. So I saw her once, and I saw someone from my high school at a different restaurant that I was working at, which is just like so fun to be the hostess at a restaurant that your friends are like going to eat. Well, old friends. It really knocked me down a few pegs. I wasn't the fancy New Yorker that they were eating at the restaurant that I was literally working at. But it's still interesting to know that people do live here, and I just like don't know. And I would like to assume that people know I live here because New York has always been kind of my thing. Like, I was born here, my family emigrated here from Sierra Leone, so like New York has always been a place that I kind of like settle in. Every summer, my family and I would come here from Charleston and all that jazz. So I like feel like they should know I still live here, but I don't talk to them for them to really, really know. Anyway, I feel flipping crazy. I feel like this bronzer makes me look like I have sideburns that are encroaching on my cheeks. But I don't got time to do nothing about that because I fear there's not going to be any food at this thing. And one thing about me, I be hungry. I be hungry. So I need to at least get something in my tum tum. But this was a nice little chat. We should do this again sometime when I've learned how to do bronzer. All right, so I'm about to head out. I'm running a little late as per usual, but I wanted to do a little bit of an OOTD. Unfortunately, I feel like you won't really be able to see the whole thing all at once, but here's the best I can do. Oh, can you actually see my feet if I'm far enough? Yeah. So I am wearing this dress that I thrifted, and it is originally from Zara. I got this at Oxfam in London, in my cousin's neighborhood. I am wearing my Canal Street YSL, super cute, really structured to the point where it's actually really hard to fit things in it. Like, I literally have headphones, Bose headphones, lotion, 2 lippies, and like my cards in the card slot, and a compact mirror, and I am hoping I can fit my big old thing of keys. And then I'm wearing these long boots from Amazon because it is cold today. I am more than likely going to also wear this sweater because, again, it's cold and I don't mess with the cold, especially with everything that's still going on in my nose, mouth, and throat region, cold-wise. But yeah, this is the fit. I'm going to be wearing a deep red matte lip that I'm going to put in the car once I park at the train station that I'm going to take. I'm not going to bring you all with me because, again, there's no space in the purse. The purse before the camera. So sorry about that, but I will recap the night if I remember. See you later. Legitimately forgot that I said I was gonna come back on here and give you all a bit of a recap of the little alumni event that I just went to. I was about to take my face off and go to bed. But no one from my class showed up. It was a bunch of people older than me, some people younger than me. I recognized 2.5 people, not including the headmaster, who I did also recognize. But yeah, it was cool. There were moments where I was like a touch bored, obviously, because like I get bored pretty easily, you know what I'm saying? I did get to talk about heated rivalry a little bit. But it was nice. It was nice to see some people from back home. It was nice to get some updates about the school, the new constructions that are going on, where some of my old teachers are, and I was inspired to reach out to some of my favorite teachers. So gonna hopefully remember to do that when I wake up in the morning, because that's not a tonight thing. It is already past 9:30 and your girl has to go to bed. So I'll see you in the morning. Good morning and happy Wednesday. My voice is thankfully getting back to normal because I have an audition to film this morning, which is why I am sat here at my... Ooh, can I just say, face tracking on this thing is so random. Anyway, so I'm sat here at my desk to do my makeup. I feel like there's something in my... I got the audition yesterday as I was heading to my high school alumni event, and it is due today at 4, so that tells you how quick the turnaround time is, which is fine because it is literally one line. I always say the hardest part of auditioning is finding a reader. But thankfully, I have some friends at work who are also actors, so I was able to hit one of them up last night as soon as I found out about the audition and like the quick turnaround and all that jazz. So I'm just putting on a quick face. I definitely put on way too much primer. but it's whatever. I'm exhausted. Why am I exhausted, you ask? Because I woke up at 5 a.m. Why did I wake up at 5 a.m., you ask? So many questions. Because I was in a spot of pain. I have sickle cell disease, so occasionally I will just experience some incredible pain, usually in my legs from around like the hip to the knee, or in my arms, typically in the upper arm area. So yeah. I usually have pretty standard triggers like really hard exercise or dehydration or a combination of the two. Even like poor eating, maybe, but like I have no idea what triggered it yesterday. I feel like I drank enough water. I didn't drink as much as I have been drinking. I noticed that. I don't know why. I think it was because I was like really prioritizing tea, but that's still a liquid. So, the hydration was there. So I really don't know why my leg decided to attack me last night, but I woke up at 5 and I took some naproxen and had a snack so that my tummy wasn't super upset. And I'm feeling much better. Not at 100%, but much better. And honestly, I really needed that early wake up because I was able to finish editing the vlog that's going live this upcoming Monday that you all should have already seen, because I'm not going to really have any time to do that before I leave for Salt Lake City on Friday, since my flight is so early, since I am planning on going to the office tomorrow. So I'm not going to be able to just like do it casually throughout the day. So I was able to finish editing that. The only thing I have left to do is export it and do the cover photo, but I am having so much flipping trouble exporting it. It's so annoying. My computer has little to no storage, and I really need a new one to continue vlogging. The vlogs take up a lot of space, and not even just like physical space, because I'm actually saving the vlogs and like all the vlog footage on an external hard drive, which makes what's it called, CapCut angry. But I don't have any other options. But I don't know how computers work, let me tell you that, because when I'm exporting, I'm getting these error messages like, oh, your computer ran out of like operating space or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't know what that means. And I have to like force quit every other app that I have open, which is typically literally just CapCut, and I'm like, I can't quit CapCut. I'm actively exporting something, so I just have to like let it rock. And I was exporting it just now while I was taking my shower, and I came out my shower and it had stopped working. Apparently CapCut had stopped responding, and I don't know what that means, because again, I don't know computers, I don't understand computers, I don't know what any of that stuff means. So I'm trying to export it again, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do if this is a persistent problem, because I consistently want to vlog, but I cannot currently afford a new computer yet. And also, the idea of getting a new computer kind of makes me sad. Like, I put so many stickers on my current computer, and I'm just like, first of all, worried that the stickers are going to make it difficult for me to sell my computer, because my plan is to get a new computer from Back Market. I do not need the newest computer. I don't need a brand spanking new computer. I just need a computer with more storage space that runs well. So super fine with getting it from Back Market, and they have a trade-in thing where like I can give them my computer and I can get a few $100, thankfully, off a new computer, which is great. But like, because my computer has so many stickers on it, I'm nervous that I can't do that because my silly badonkey decided to put stickers directly on the computer instead of, on a case, like a genius would have. But it's fine. I will hopefully figure it out. As of right now, I will just struggle with the slowness. I will take my time exporting stuff. I will delete things liberally. And that's just gonna have to be what it is. But yeah, super excited about this audition. I can't give you any details because that is a no-no for auditioning. But I will tell you that it is only one line as far as the audition. I don't know if the role itself is only one line, but I'm excited. I get to do like 2 takes of it. Like they're asking to see 2 different versions, and I was playing around with it last night, just thinking like, what are ways to switch things up? And that's one of the things that I struggle with as an actor. I'm just like, not married per se, but I'm like, I like this delivery. No notes. Like, I don't know how else to make it different, better, XYZ, but I need to for a lot of auditions just to show variety. But I'm excited. What is this? It's my first audition of 2026 and it's January. That's honestly amazing for me. I unfortunately don't audition often because I don't know, man. I guess people aren't really looking for me in terms of like projects, whatever, what have you. But when I do audition, I am happy because it means maybe it doesn't necessarily mean that I will book the role, but it means someone saw me, they saw maybe my work, or they saw my pictures and they were like, yeah, I want that person in my project, or I might want that person in my project. Do they often ask me to be in their projects? No. But one day, the more auditions I do, the more chances someone is going to actually like it, And that's not to say that they don't like it. It's not like they get in, they're just like, ew, like talentless, whatever. It's more than likely, the surrounding cast, if I'm supposed to be someone's sibling, but like the person they've already cast for my sibling does not look like me, is a lighter skin, darker skin, whatever, what have you, like stuff like that. Like there's so many factors. Like this one time I was put a pin in, which is like you audition and it means they like you. You're like one of the top that they really are strongly considering for the role. I got that for a guest spot on The Affair. I'd never seen The Affair, but the audition went really well. This was back in the day of in-person auditions. I really connected with the casting director over our names. And it was just like a really good time. It was a really good vibe. And I did not get cast ultimately because they already had someone in mind when they were auditioning people. Like the director already had something in mind. So regardless of how casting directors feel, there is someone else making the ultimate decision, unfortunately, and sometimes they have a vision that goes beyond and above what the casting director's vision is. So I never take these rejections as like saying that I don't have talent, that I wouldn't make it in this industry, whatever, what have you. I'm too this, I'm not enough that, none of that, because I know there are so many other factors, and I know there are so many other people on the other side of my tape making decisions. And the fact that I was even asked, it's kind of like when you're nominated for an award. It's like, even if I don't win, the fact that I'm being considered one of the best potentially in this category is amazing. Like who knows how many people they audition, but I'm one of them. If it's like a million, okay, fine, I'm one of a million, but it more than likely is not. It's more than likely not even like hundreds. It's maybe like 100 or something like that. I really can't say, but either way, I am one of them, which means something to me. I am doing a really simple face today because it is a simple scene. I always want to come with something that is more aligned with the scene and not necessarily just like a full beat, so I can like give them the best face possible. You know what I'm saying? Always have to look like I actually read the scene and read the context and like can almost like costume myself for the role. It's important to kind of project the project art in the audition. So like with my makeup, with my hair, with my outfit, I have worn pajamas in an audition before. I've worn a robe in audition before. Like, you gotta show them what it would look like for you to actually be in the role and be in the show or in the movie or whatever you're auditioning for before you get cast. It's wild because auditions feel like working for free because I am studying the script and I am kind of costuming myself, doing my makeup, and I am filming. But I love it. I love acting. Like, don't tell nobody, but I would do it for free for a little bit. For like, not forever, but I just want to, I just want to perform. Like, let me just say that. I just want to perform, and I am so excited to get to do that today. And I am even more excited that my leg doesn't hurt that much anymore. It's going to be a great day. Just finished filming my audition. I can't lie to you. Sometimes I completely forget that I vlog. I forget that I want to capture video, some almost like BTS of some of the things that I do. Like, I would have definitely filmed that audition. I would have like stripped the sound, of course, and it would have looked so cute. Some BTS of me auditioning, but I forgot that I vlog. So I'm gonna do that for the slate, which I still need to film. I have my camera set up over here, just my phone on a tripod, and I literally just cleared this whole space because of course it has to be a full body slate. So let me get that set. I'll give you all a little sneak peek behind the scenes of what it looks like to be a not yet working actor. Thank you.